once again, good evening YouTube, welcome back. Welcome back to some more of this game, NASCAR Thunder 2004, and welcome back to this playthrough of NASCAR Thunder 2004. This, the classic career mode. And last time we went to Dover, and we went to Talladega. Talladega! Some good winners from those races. Can we keep up the momentum at Kansas and Lowe's? Well, when it comes to momentum, we don't have very much in the sponsor happiness department. All Pro expects me to qualify 15th every week, and we got the slight problem of having a dog shit car to not allow that to happen. Especially at Kansas, no chance that I get it there. And Lowe's, I mean, qualifying at mile-and-a-half tracks in this game is actually like the hardest. Like, even with a good car, you have to be, like, flat out all the way around the track, as we have a car rating of 61. The best car rating we've had this playthrough. It's still not going to be enough. I predict 25th at best. And it's already hard enough regularly, and then you also have the added qualm of this being the classic career mode, where we have to have default setup for the entire playthrough. So yeah, basically, it's a bad time in general, I would say. Well, it's been an alright playthrough. We've had some moments. There have been moments of clarity over the course of this excursion. The problem is that Kansas, I think, is the hardest mile-and-a-half track in the game, because you only go here once a year, and while the AI at Atlanta is, you know, tough, Atlanta is a piss-easy track to drive, because you just drive flat out the whole time. It's just, if you have a slow car, you really feel it at Atlanta. Whereas here, we actually did not qualify dead last on the first lap. That is of note. That is of note, to say the least. Okay, will we have a good run? 15th is where we need to be. I don't think we're jumping 20 spots. I don't think we're jumping 20 spots on the second lap, but hey, I've been wrong before in this playthrough. Okay, I could have maybe gone a bit faster through there, but we could have just nailed that corner. Okay, good lap. Probably not enough. That's annoying. That is a very good qualifying spot, and it's not good enough for the objective. That is incredibly annoying. That was a very good run. I don't even know how much money that would have given me, but it would have been nice. It would have been nice. That's what I'm trying to say. Welcome to Kansas. Carry on my wayward son. There'll be peace when you are done. I'm sure they released other songs that aren't just that, but that is the only song by Kansas that I know. Also, we are in Kansas, Toto, I guess. I should have saved that for the next race. Sorry. Oh, I'm at the right track. Michael Waltrip. Evil Michael Waltrip is at the right track. Can we finish 15th? Unlikely. You have... Oh my god, I bit my fucking mouth this morning, and now it's fucking puffy and shit, and I'm just gonna keep biting it for this entire fucking day of recording. Perhaps I should work on other content instead of this, so that I don't keep biting this stupid fucking shit. I'll tell you what, I got one of those pre-packaged Starbucks cookies. $3 fucking for that shit, but ignoring that, I bought an overpriced shitty cookie that wasn't even that good, and that's how I fucking bit my goddamn mouth this morning. And that was right at the start of work, so I had no salt access. I basically went 6 hours before I was able to dump salt onto my fucking shit. So in all likelihood, it's infected, and I'm going to be stuck with a cold sore for the next 3 weeks, all because I thought I needed a shitty Starbucks cookie. And now I'm going to be biting my mouth every 2 fucking seconds in this playthrough. So that's great. Can't wait for that. Anyway, what were we talking about? Kansas is this track. We're slow, as you can see. You start off really fast, like the first 3 laps, you're actually pretty quick. And then reality sets in. This track, you fall off very fast. You get so unbelievably tight. on the long run, which is great news because we're already on the default setup, which means we're already tighter than usual. So basically, we're going to be losing about 10 miles an hour in the corners at this place. It's lap 4 and I'm already almost hitting the wall off 4. That's great. You know what else is great? My mega appreciators. There we go. There we go. That's how we're going to implement that today. But no, what I was actually going to say is, what's great about this track is that there is potential for pit road shenanigans. This is a track where they like to die coming to the pit lane. Doesn't happen very often, because what is required, the circumstances required for this to take place, is that a bunch of people need to pit at the same time, like half the field needs to come down on the same lap. And on 10% race lengths, they spread out their pit stops pretty far. Like, I used to think it was just odd number lap races where they kind of just pit extremely early for no reason, but no. Pocono, they come down lap 7 of 20. I mean, that's just an up-down of about 7 laps. Lap 7 to lap 13 is when they have a range of pitting. So, like, there's a wide range of possibilities for pitting there. So we've got 26 today. 13 is halfway. You'll probably start seeing people as early as lap 10 coming down the pit lane. So it spreads it out so that the AI isn't all coming in at the same time. You see those pit road issues at the shorter race lengths more often. You know, I've never actually played this game on 3% race length. Never have. I don't know if you need to go down pit road on 3%. Like, you might just have enough fuel on 3%, which, you know, what's the point of turning off unlimited fuel and tires, you know? But it's fine. Because 4% races, you know, in the future we can do it, but that's literally just 1% difference. I don't know, man. Put NASCAR 98 into my console. Recorded that for the channel. I don't even know if you saw that or not. It wasn't very good. Wasn't very good, but I will say, yep, once again, every new session, you can tell when it's a new session when the leaderboard is turned off. That game, you can have any percent that you want, I think. I don't know what the shortest one is, but you can have literally any number between like 3 and 100. You can have 99% race length. Now that sounds funny right there. Free up storage space. What? Your computer's running low on storage space. Your fucking ass is running low on things that I care about. What? Oh yeah, there's only 1 gig left on this SSD. Maybe that's why this has been running so slow lately. Where the fuck is all the files going? Excuse me? Oh, it's probably... No, that's not true. All of my Elgato recordings go to the HDD, which is half full. Now that I look at it. Alright, well, it's anyone's guess why the SSD is as full as it is. Because I think that's a 2 terabyte one, too. That's annoying. Whatever, it's fine. It's lap 10. People are probably going to start pitting. Hopefully there's a caution before I pit. I would like that because this track sucks. And you know what's most annoying about this is that if we had 27 races for the sponsors instead of 18, this would be the last race that we'd have those sponsors. And I've been running 25th or better every fucking race lately. Yeah, I say all that, and look at all the cars that came down this lap. That's just a big old chunk right there. Yeah, it's a very, very late exit down off the track. Like, it's kind of surprising that you don't see this problem at Vegas as well. Because at Vegas, you know, when people are pitting, that it checks up the people. And at Chicagoland, like, it practically doesn't affect anything. Anyway, we're still playing this game. Coming down pit road soon. Usually the first lap after the first cars, there's no one that comes down the pit lane. So that's a great opportunity to come down on a clean pit lane and not get held up. But then you're pitting 1,000 years earlier than you need to. So, yeah. Do we have someone blowing up? There's someone slow back here. Doesn't look like it. Got jebaited there. Got fucking jebaited. You'd think that as someone blowing up would maybe make an impact on a mid-cycle caution, but, you know. This game just kind of does whatever it feels like. There really is not a whole lot of rhyme or reason to anything, except for all the rhymes and reasons that I have described over the course of this playthrough. I haven't told any stories, because I don't have any to tell. I don't do anything, and I don't work at the hotel anymore where there's, you know, something to talk about every day. I don't talk to anyone with this job. It's like basically the opposite of the hotel, where I'm talking to everyone all the time. Now I'm talking to no one ever. It was a welcome change, but now I'm really talking to no one, so, you know, kind of not a good thing, actually. The only issue that I have with this job is that I have to go to bed 4 hours earlier than I'd like to. Like, if I could start work every day at 7, it wouldn't be great, but it'd be better than fucking 2 a.m. having to wake up all the time. My alarm is set for 2 a.m. I'm going to bed in 5 hours or less. That's a great pit stop, and we're still going to lose time to Johnny. That's awesome, dude. You know what else is awesome? This is actually awesome. We got no damage yet. Oh my god, that would have been pure comedy if Nemechek annihilated me for no reason there. And it also probably would have been a caution, which would have been unfortunate since we're a lap down right now. Yeah. But yeah. Not having damage is a good thing because then we'll get the safe driver bonus. When I say safe driver bonus, I mean we get extra attribute points because the car is undamaged. It's a lot easier to see at the start of the game when, you know, it's a 50-50 if you have any damage. I know I've explained it once before, but, like, you know, may as well, you know, if this is your first episode of this playthrough, like, what's up? Hello, my name is Kamikaze Games. It isn't, but, you know, we like to think that it is. And, this is a game. That is a game. Thunder 2004. Oh. You know what's most frustrating is that this game is far from perfect, and yet it pretty much is the best NASCAR game. Like, if they could have just kept everything from this game when they added the series in NASCAR 05, if they changed fucking nothing, NASCAR 2005 Chase for the Cup would be the best NASCAR game of all time. Like, if it was, I mean, they couldn't have the same career mode. And I actually think that the Thunder, not the Thunder, but the Chase for the Cup career mode, I think it's more logical than this, especially for how it's, you know, set up. Yeah, Fight to the Top, that's what it's called. That is probably better than this. But the problem with 05 is that they fucked the goddamn game. Unlimited fuel and tires for everyone except for you. It's just what a shit. What a fucking oversight. Like, what are you doing? Why is that a thing? Why did the game function fine in the previous iteration? Literally, what did they change to cause the AI to not have tire fall off? Who did that? Who is responsible for that? And they shipped the game. They never made an update. You know, GTA San Andreas has the hot coffee mod. It's not a mod, it's in the files. But you have to use, you know, script hacks in order to access it. But ESRB rated it AO because of that. So Rockstar was like, well, that's fucking bullshit. So they released a new version of the game. Like, basically, they patched it out. But in 2004. So they released an entirely different version of GTA San Andreas. After the original release, that doesn't have those files in it. Like, what was stopping EA from, like, oh, we fucked up incredibly hard and completely broke this game? Let's fucking just change one fucking line in the code to make it not suck. Ugh. They wouldn't even have to pull the original file or games from the shelf, you know. They could just have multiple versions like San Andreas has. What is Kenny Wallace doing up here? He had sparks and he's in the wall. Oh, we've got someone blowing up. That's probably not someone for position. Ugh. It's not. Unbelievable. How cool is that? We got the Pontiac, I don't know a word about groups that starts with the Pontiac Posse. We got the Pontiac Posse back here. Me and Johnny and Ricky Craven duking it out for 25th. This would be intense if, like, 25th was the position I need to finish in. It's not, in parentheses. Yeah, what was stopping them from just updating the goddamn games and releasing new versions? I don't care if EA fucking is just shits out the yearly release of the fucking sports games and stops caring immediately. Nothing was stopping them. NASCAR 2005 Chase for the Cup came out the same year as GTA San Andreas. There was literally nothing stopping them from patching it. Fucking stupid. I don't even know if anyone's been able to mod that version of that into NASCAR 2005, because there are graphics, you know, texture mods for NASCAR 05. That was the first EA NASCAR game that I even knew had texture mod capabilities, because I guess it's on GameCube or something. I don't know. Maybe even Xbox emulator. Who fucking knows, honestly. The point I'm trying to make is that we shouldn't have to fucking fix the game. The game should just come functioning. It should have just worked to begin with. It should have just fucking functioned on any level at release. Why was it broken? It works in the previous year's game. What did they do? And the AI functions pretty much the same way. It's the same ally system. It's the same fucking, you know, driving physics pretty much. What did they change that necessitated this fucking bullshit to become broken? Like Matt Hardy, alright? What changed? What were they doing? I demand fucking justice for that game. Because if it had just not been fucked like that, it would have been the best game. If it just played like this and the AI wasn't shit, NASCAR 2005 would be the best NASCAR game ever made. But no, they had to go and fuck it. They had to go and fuck it because it has the best multi-series roster. They actually bothered to put some truck and bush guys in the game. They don't include the season champion Truex, even though he was already like fucking borking on him in the Busch series by the time the game was released. Like, they were able to fucking pull John Andretti out of the 43 and slap Christian Fittipaldi into it. What was stopping them from putting Truex in the game? Anyway, we finished 26. Don't hit the fucking wall. We finished 26 in a 26-lap race at Kansas. And Stewart finally wins again. That's his 7th of the season. The reason that I screamed at the AI driver to not hit the wall is that any damage that you take after the checkered flag counts. So if you blow your car up after the fucking flag, we saw this in NASCAR, the Truex playthrough, career mode, the original one on this channel. We saw that happen at Chicagoland. So if it hit the wall, we would have lost the safe driver bonus. And I must say, these are some pretty fucking shit camera angles. Kansas is such a bad track that they couldn't even be bothered to program decent camera angles in. Let's try TV set 2 and see what we get. If it's all fixed camera angles, I'm gonna be pissed. Why are we watching Robbie Gordon? He blew up? Did he blow? Did he blow? Did he kaplooey? Did he go kaplooey? I thought it was just Biffle that blew up. No, we're straight back to the fucking fixed cameras every goddamn where. Alright, fine, we'll go to the dynamic cameras and hope that they aren't total shit. See, the thing about dynamic cameras is that it just goes back to the fixed cameras. Fuck off with this garbage. I need to get a shot of me and the Pontiac posse right here. No! Not fixed camera! We're not getting the Pontiac posse in that shot, dude. Yeah, and there's the finish, so it's real 4. Blah, blah, fucking blah. Okay, real 3. And now we cycle through all the cameras to make it go back to dynamic. And we go here, and we get a good camera angle. Yes? Yes! Alright, the Pontiac posse. There it is. Alright, there's the thumbnail. Beautiful. We've lost Elliott Sadler's logo ally-ness, which is sad, and we got literally no money. I mean, we got 102K from Windcraft, which is leaving after this race, so yeah, basically. Oh shit, there were 2 cars blowing up. Nadu and Biffle. You don't get 2 DNFs very often on 10% race length. Some good shit. Anyway, here we go again. Oh no, Windcraft is still here for how much longer? Probably not very. Oh, 6 ass races. Holy shit, they're with us till the end of the year. Sick. Unfortunately, we still have All-Pro, which should now be mad. We are losing prestige. Secondary sponsor is unhappy. Well, guess what? I too am unhappy. And I can't do shit about it, so join the fucking club. Okay, that leaves... Oh, no. The chase is going to come into existence in this universe, I think. I thought we had a chance at catching Johnny for that spot in points. I actually don't want to finish in that spot in points. I'd rather finish, like, anywhere else. Alright, well, I'm saving the game. It could... That race is not going to go any better than that, so... Let's just, So if we lose Food Lion, they don't get deleted from the game. Because in this game, the way the sponsors work is that if they lose their happiness, they leave the car, and they leave the, your save file until you run out of sponsors. If every sponsor in the game leaves, then they just come back as if nothing happened. So we don't have to worry too much about losing sponsors. I mean, I don't really worry too much. I mean, I actually would rather lose sponsors because then that increases the odds of Kmart coming back. And yeah. Stewart on the pole again. Like I said, there is a very distinct chance that Stewart could still break the Modern Era wins record. He probably would have to win every race from here on out, but he is Tony Stewart, so like, it's possible. Anyway, Lowe's. I honestly think we have we're probably going to qualify better at Kansas than we did here, because this is one of the hardest tracks to qualify at. Because you literally have to go faster than the car is capable of going in order to have success. Like a maxed out car is still qualifying, you know, fucking 15. But yeah, we had a good first lap. We're up off the bottom, but I carried a fair amount of speed. So that shouldn't be too bad. I actually would rather lose the sponsor, so... I mean, I would rather lose the sponsor than get their money at this point. Oh no, oh no. Yeah, that's okay. Well, we're not qualifying 15th after that. At the line. Terrible qualifying spot. 26, huh? Just picking up right where we left off at Kansas. That's great. It's wonderful. That's spectacular. Yeah, that's my fault. We wouldn't have gotten the objective anyway, but that was still my fault. We could have qualified probably 5 spots better, but what you didn't do. Now, Lowe's is a pretty easy track. So we're hoping for, we might get 15th as a finishing spot, just not a qualifying spot. 33 laps. It's not 40 like the Coke 600.
Still beside you.
Oh. Fine. And then at the start of this race, at this track, these guys, they like to pack up at Charlotte. So that is the easiest way to make up spots, is when someone like Mike Skinner gets a fucking top 10 starting spot for no reason. Then he can just hold up the entire outside line, and all you need to do is fill the hole. Fill the hole! Oh, baby, okay. Oh, okay, here we go. Making up spots. I would like to keep Food Lion just because, you know, that means I don't have to make a new paint scheme. But from here on out, I think even if I do good, like even if I get the objective, All Pro could still leave because their happiness is under 50. But it really is just a dice roll. We could have them for another 10 races because I've seen happiness level go as low as 38 before losing a sponsor. So, yeah. We are a third or a 10th even of the race done. 1/10 of the race completed at the line. Woo. Everyone is very impressed by my third grade level of understanding math. I hated math back then too, to be fair. So we got some speed, but we got to rely on the pit crew who had a fantastic stop last week when it didn't matter. So they'll probably drop the ball this week. Hoping that we get a good roll of potential increases for the next season. Because if you get high potential crew members, then they'll even get better than what the game will actually offer you. So that could be an incentive for keeping crew members when you've got a new shop edition coming through. There's a lot of dynamics at play in this game. Min-maxing this game is interesting. Someone had the suggestion of doing a how quick can you get all the shop editions car, or like how quick can you get a max level car. It would take a while because the shop editions take forever. But there is one way to mitigate that, and that is playing on 12 race seasons, because that shortens the shop building times from 9 races down to 3, 6 races down to 2, and 3 races down to 1. You can drop $300,000 and have a shop edition done in 1 race at the start of the playthrough. But like, the thing is that money in that playthrough would be very interesting to play with, because you still have to repair your shit. I don't know how repairing parts changes, like how the price would go on that, because I know it's the same price on shop editions. I can't tell you on the parts though, because it probably shortens the amount of repair time too. But like, I have to imagine that you're just lighting money on fire in that. I was thinking of trying, like, maybe to do a 12 race season universe, just because things can shake up a lot. Because Ward Burton can win races if you simulate them. You never see Ward Burton win a race in this game on speed. But when you do simulated races on the go to race menu, Ward wins quite often actually. So if he had a couple of good races like at the start of the season, and like the game picked up on the fact that, oh hey, he's high in the standings, so that means that he's going to qualify better. You know, you could have some Ward Burton championships. I like the sound of that. You know what else I like the sound of? P15. P15. That is the sponsor objective. Look at how fast this car is, dude. Just imagine if I actually ran this when it was a 61 car rating. Like, this is faster than it would have been if I'd gotten damaged at Kansas. But dude, this thing's speedy. Like, we got Mark behind me, which is fast. And I think we've run out of slow guys in front, but you never know. And if Bobby Labonte keeps running the top on both ends of the track, we're going to be catching and passing him pretty soon. But yeah, one of the major benefits of this track is that the AI check up for each other, and tire fall off doesn't hurt you as bad as it does at other places. So we've still got a ton of speed in this car. We're only dropping like 3 miles an hour slower in the corners. Like, we might actually have top 10 pace, which would be insane and would give me some confidence going into the All-Star next year. We get some fat moolah, moolah, oolah, oolah out of that one. But I've had confidence in this game in the past and gotten shit in the face for it, so... Will we ever see the day where I actually accurately predict having a good run in the race? I don't know, man. Could happen. Today? Probably not. Closing on halfway, which would be lap 17 I'm going to be pitting on, so they're probably going to start pitting this time by on lap 14. Just going to squeeze past you there, Rusty. We got a big fat gap behind Mark, though. Like, even if we lose 2 seconds on the pit lane, who knows? Maybe, just maybe, we wouldn't lose out too much. See, the better that we run here at the start of the run here, the less you have to worry about in the pit cycle, because I think we're still faster than the guys up in front of us here, 1797 even. Because, like, Sadler's not even that much far off from these guys in front of us here, and we're gapping his ass. Mid-cycle cautions you never see at this track, but crazier things have happened. We haven't had a self-spin yet. We haven't had someone run out of talent to bring out a caution for no reason. Which does happen on Legend difficulty. It's just like 1 in 100. Actually, it's a lot less than that. Well, you know what? Maybe that's... I don't know. I don't know what the exact odds are, because Tony Raines, we had 100% race length, and we saw quite often self-spins. We had one in the Daytona 500 in Season 1, for that matter. First caution of the playthrough was a self-spin on Legend difficulty. But maybe that's just... Maybe it's more likely the longer a race goes, rather than just like any given race, like percentage odds of that happening is like loaded into the, you know, the background. And maybe it's just a random thing. I'm breaking immersion because I really need to itch my arm, sorry. Okay. Oh, okay. We are going to be pitting this time. And so is everyone I'm racing, so be a good reference for when I should start braking. Yeah, and coming down the pit lane at this track is not easy. I definitely could have gone faster, but just playing it safe, honestly. Alright, guys. This is the race that we need a good stop. Got Casey right in front of me here. That's got to be good luck, right? Come on, guys. This is it, right here. This is the money stop of the season. I had a Quest pizza today. Of course. Of course. Of course. The slowest pit stop you've ever seen. There goes Kenseth. There goes everyone that's, well... Kenseth probably had a slow stop. We came in with Kurt, too, so... And now we're all the way back here in 20 bitch-ass thirds. Still losing time to these guys. I can't LePage. I can't fucking LePage. So we're not getting a top 10. We're probably not even getting the sponsor objective. Just because when having a good pit stop actually matters, the pit crew is going to fuck around. As opposed to Kansas, where literally nothing mattered, and they fucking blow it. They had the best pit stop of their entire tenure on the team. Because of course, why not? Why wouldn't they? Oh, we got a blow up. It's Nemechek, who we were already ahead of. Can't help but notice that I need to make up 10 spots. I don't know where we were before the car pit stop happened, but we're 10 seconds back from the leader now. I would be willing to bet it was like 4 seconds less than that. So we lost probably around 4.5 seconds in the fucking garbage. Shitty game. Shitty game.
Hey, while we're waiting, let's talk about the Mega Appreciators. Thank you, TJ, Arnhold, Adam Pehl, VaporLyfe, Alex Johanning, Chris T, Angry Irishman, Somebody 32, Simon Maynard, and Justin Hebert for being Mega Appreciators. I mega appreciate this list right here. That's a good list. Thank you all so much for being members and all that good stuff. And yeah, that's all I have to say. Thank you.
Alright, here we are, still not even in the fucking sponsor zone. We're like only losing like 2/10 per lap to the leader, and the leader is just gone from the rest of the field. So that tells me we had, without a doubt, top 10, maybe even top 5 speed, and I'm still out here barely getting to the fucking sponsor zone. And speaking of Warren, here he is. Started, I think he qualified really well. Because this is the first we're seeing him in this race, and he was way, way up there. But yeah, it took us 10 laps to catch Elliott Sadler after we got around him and just drove off in the first fucking run. It's just how much you fucking lose from a shitty stop. It's just unbelievable in this game. And then in this race where we probably should have gotten the top 10, we're not even in the position. We're not even in the position that we need to be in yet. I'm talking all this shit and we still have to get around Bill Elliott. Bill Elliott. Sorry. This time buys 2 to go, and we have finally made it to the fucking position I need to be in. Yeah, that's just how this race is going. So, I mean, if the pit crew is better next season, we may have something for them here. But that's a big question mark on that one. Big if. Big fat if on that one. So, down the back stretch. I would really like to pass the 2, just because I'm faster than he is. You know how it goes. If I qualified, 10 spots better, I still don't even know if that would have made a difference. But like that lap, we barely lost anything to the leader. It's like, come on, dude. But yeah, fresh car in the Coke 600, that'll do numbers. I mean, Coke 600's race 12 of the season, right? No, it's race... Yeah, it's race 12. So we won't have a fresh car for this race, but we will, or this race we will, but not for the Coke 600 next year. Unless I do some finagling with the race numbers even. Because we are going to be doing Martinsville on this car too. P15, finally some money. It's about fucking time. Hooray! And this is Charlotte, where the fucking cameras are shit, so we're not even gonna bother with that. $207,000. That's more like it for fucking finishing 15th. Hoo doggy, that's what I like to hear. Delicious. Alright, so that leaves us. Who won that race? Was it Stewart? It was. I didn't even read it. Points. Still 23rd. We're over 100 back from Johnny, who has exactly 3,000 points. So, something tells me we will not be getting him unless, well, we're going to do terrible in this race. I already know that. Okay, new shop edition. Aye! We got a new shop edition. Oh, that's so cool. Probably want this. I can spend that. I think we can afford that. Okay, so this. We were going to wait on this because we've got, we're waiting on the year to end so we can get, better team members. In fact, Desern. Oh, we've got oh, that guy's even got oh, it's actually kind of worse because all his points are in fucking durability. Johnson with 2 S's. Okay, Randy Moss down there. Okay, no new team members. I'm guessing the next one would be when we get to the next level of shop edition. Fair enough on that one. So this, ooh, that's a 5-point increase right there. $200,000 for that. That is a lot of money. That is literally the same. Okay, sounds good. Sounds good. Alright. And then body. We're going to not really want to... Well, I mean, that's a big increase, but it doesn't matter. We're in a new shop edition for that in literally 3 races. So, yeah, I'm not going to bother with that. Alright, good things have happened here. But, yeah, we're going to... Oh, wait. I just repaired everything. And I haven't saved yet. God fucking damn it. Why do I do this? Why am I the way that I am? I literally say that I'm gonna run these fucking same parts on this car. Alright, well, that means we'll have a fresh car for Phoenix, so a top 10 is possible there. And maybe we'll just fuck around at Homestead, because I don't know how we're gonna do there. So never mind. I still want a fresh car for Daytona. So I guess, yeah, fuck it. Well, I hate myself. Thank you all so much for watching. This has been Kamikaze Games. We'll see you in the next part. Bye! So you can just be like, oh, like a fucking banshee. The video just ends immediately. It knows. It knows. Oh god. Oh, it's so bad. Why? Why would I do this? Why would I allow this to exist? What have I done? No. What have I done?